We have a full operation in Ukraine. Our embassy is operating and doing all the work it needs to do. But it's important that we prepare for any eventuality, and there are very worrying signs about what could happen. The UK is absolutely the forefront of providing support to Ukraine in terms of defensive weapons, in terms of supporting Ukraine with economics and trade. And also we have a very strong package of sanctions ready should Russia stage an incursion into Ukraine.
You just come back from Australia. Given all that's been going on over the last week, do you think you were in the wrong hemisphere when all this was happening?
What we are facing is a serious global issue of aggressors seeking to advance and challenge freedom and democracy. And it's very important we work with all our allies around the world, because if there was an incursion into Ukraine, that would have implications not just for Europe, but also more widely globally.
Just on what you released over the weekend about Russia trying to set up a puppet government in Ukraine, what was the basis of that intelligence? Where did it come from?
Well, I can't go into the details of how we procure our intelligence. The reason we put that out into the public domain is we are going to call out every instance of Russia trying to influence democracy, trying to subvert Ukraine, false flag operations and sabotage, and we will call that out.
And just quickly, finally, on this area, do you think Germany should ever turn on Nord Stream 2?
I am very, very concerned about Europe's energy dependence on Russian gas, and I'm very clear that Nord Stream 2 should not go ahead in the event of an incursion into Ukraine.
Should it ever go ahead?
As I've said, I would like to see Europe reduce its dependency on Russian gas.
On to Brexit, today's talks. Has there been any progress at all with the EU?
Well, there has been progress. We've had constructive discussions, and I'm absolutely determined to protect political stability and peace in Northern Ireland. I want to work constructively with the EU to be able to achieve that, and we need to do it in short order. We've agreed to have more intensive talks. I'll be catching up with Maros Sefcovic next week, and we want to make progress. We believe there is a deal to be done.
You say there's been progress. Where? In what areas?
I'm not going to provide a running commentary to the media because I don't think that's the best way of getting this done. But what I'm absolutely determined to do is protect political stability in Northern Ireland, protect peace in Northern Ireland, and get this done.
End of February is being talked about as a possible deadline for these talks. Is that right?
As I've said, we need to make as much progress as we can in the next few weeks. That's why we are having intensive talks. The situation in Northern Ireland is very difficult. We want goods to be able to flow freely. That's why we need to make urgent progress.
But would you pause the talks, for example, as we approach the Stormont elections?
I want to get this done, so I'm not putting any barriers on that. We're putting as much resource as we can into making this work and making things happen for the people of Northern Ireland.
And just finally, on Nuzgani, did you know about those allegations? And while an inquiry is happening, do you think the Chief Whip should be staying in post?
Well, I was very concerned to hear what Nuzgani had to say. It's obviously very worrying allegations, and I'm pleased the Prime Minister has ordered a Cabinet Office inquiry to take place, and I won't make any further comment until we've had the results of that inquiry.